Good afternoon, good evening. It's about 8 p.m. here on the East Coast. I actually wasn't going to get on today. But there's a few things I want to cover, and I got a few comments on my most recent video within like an hour or two of me making this, basically saying there's a few questions. So I wanted to cover some things. Wanted to go over a few things. There is actually something I was going to make a video about this morning, and I just ended up not doing it. So I'm going to actually start off this video with that. So like I mentioned in my last video, Bitcoin and Litecoin are extremely important for each other, and so this was on the front page of the Bitcoin Reddit. It's by Elaine O, and it's a demonstration of the Lightning Network that both Bitcoin, Litecoin, Vertcoin, all these coins using the Lightning Network will be using. And so it just gives you a quick demonstration of just the speed with it. I think it's an awesome demonstration for many reasons, including the speed. I also like a particular guest that shows up. It's about a 30-second clip. The guest shows up here, so I will play the video here for you.
Ready, go.
So I really like the little chick that comes in at the end, the little guy that comes in and starts snacking there. So yeah, I'll leave a link to this in the description too if you want to check it out. It's, like I said too, it's on the front page. I think I went to a different video of the Bitcoin Reddit, and I just thought it was really cool. And for everybody excited about the Lightning Network, I think that's really important. So two other things I want to cover before I get into something else I want to cover on the charts here. The Litecoin Cash fork did occur. I'm not going to really be covering a lot about that because, there's really not much to talk about other than the fact that it did occur. Litecoin still exists. The other thing, LitePay is about almost a week away, about 8 days away, so that's something to be excited about. And so I thought this was really cool too on the Bitcoin Litecoin pairing that I've been showing in my last few videos. What exactly happened here? Well, one thing we can see that happened is the wick. Let me zoom in here so you can see a little bit better. The wick actually did extend down to about exactly that 2% of a Bitcoin level, that 2 million Satoshi or 0.02 level, which was previous resistance for a long time. By the way, this is also, I believe, maybe the longest Litecoin has ever held above 2 million Satoshis in its existence. So that's incredible by itself. And all that means is that this is maybe the first time that Litecoin is held above 2% of a Bitcoin for this length of a period of time. And so where did we find a little bit of support? Well, immediately when we hit that 2%, we bounced right back up. I think it's good that Litecoin is still holding above that, especially when the market is doing what it's doing right now. And when I say that, I mean it's not increasing dramatically. Right now, actually, the market cap has bounced up about $4 billion in the last 10-15 minutes, so we'll see what happens here in the short term. Market cap is around 487 billion US dollars, and here on the 7-day chart, you can see what happened overnight here in the US and for everybody on the other side of the world during the day. We touched about, I think it was 473 billion, and then we bounced up, and right now, we're hovering at about 487. In my opinion, nothing bad's happening, but at the same time, this isn't necessarily the most exciting either. It's nothing really good, and it's nothing really bad, in my opinion. So yeah, there's not much to cover in that regard. I think we're still on a healthy trajectory here, but this always happens. You always get a few days where for healthy growth to occur, you kind of have to have consolidation and retracements here and there. Everything was bouncing up within the last hour. Short term, we could still continue to see declines, but I think it's also really likely within a day or two we will be, back over that $500 billion market cap. And I came upon this post too, and I thought it was interesting. The individual here said, would it be possible to use Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency as interplanetary currency? Imagine if mankind would colonize Mars. Wouldn't it be awesome to have a unified currency? I think the main problem would be the high latency between Earth and Mars between 13 and 24 minutes. And while Earth and Mars are on the opposite side of the sun, there's no connection at all. How could a single blockchain be used to record transactions from both sides of the scenario? And so the main reason I like this is actually because of the top response to this individual. He said technically the blockchain could handle it, as it would sync whenever a Mars node contacted an Earth node, but lots of transactions would get wiped out each time because of block reorganizations. Interplanetary transactions could be more easily managed using off-chain Bitcoin wallets such as Lightning wallets. And an individual responded, I got mind blown, imagine the possibilities of Bitcoin. So another use case, another advantage of the Lightning Network. And again, there are a lot of people predicting Litecoin hitting certain price points, certain percentages of Bitcoin, certain, will Litecoin be $1,000 by this time, a month from now, whenever. I think that's exciting and fun to do, but I personally think that really when more and more Lightning Network adoption and nodes and all of this comes to fruition and everything, I really think that's when we're going to see an explosion in terms of price, utilization, and everything that we're really counting on. So I think that's going to be the most exciting part. That is set to occur in 2018, so that's what I'm most looking forward to. Again, so if I would pick one thing that I'm most excited for overall in cryptocurrency, entirely, is definitely the Lightning Network and Bitcoin, Litecoin, the atomic swaps, Vertcoin, all these other coins. That's definitely what I'm most excited about. I would love to see our transaction times decrease, our fees decrease. I think it's just going to be overall one of the biggest advancements in all of cryptocurrency so far. So I think I'm really excited for that. If you like the video, I usually don't do this, but if you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It's a Sunday night. I feel like people aren't as engaged as usual, so if you support, maybe consider giving me a thumbs up.